Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we have a very special treat for you. 'Tis the season for all the wonderful treats. We love to get together and make things like sausage balls and fudge and tea cakes and give those as food gifts this time of year. So we're going to show you our take on these beautiful salted peanut butter balls. And y'all, the salt with the sweet with the nutty peanut butter is the perfect treat. So let's get started. Okay, to a large bowl, we are going to add in 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. And let's see if old Brooke can do this without making too big of a mess. It is the messy kitchen after all. And you know, you guys know by now, it's not so much that my kitchen is messy, it's the cook. All right, so we have 2 cups of confectioner's sugar that go right in. And then to that, we're going to add a cup of creamy peanut butter. Now I'm going to show you a little trick, and I'm going to do it over my parchment paper. But anytime you're doing, measuring out things like peanut butter or even not oils, but maple syrup, just spray your measuring cup a little bit with some nonstick spray. And then add in things like your peanut butter. And if you hear a lot of noise going on, I've got Millie playing with a toy, and I gave her a toy that squeaks. So we've got some good background squeaky noise going on today. All right, so we've measured out a cup of that peanut butter, and I'm just gonna simply just help it in. And look, you have very little residual left in your measuring cup. So that's kind of a tip for doing this as cleanly as possible. Now we're going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're going to save that salt too, and we're going to garnish it with it afterward. And then to that, we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of softened butter. And then I'm going to get my little hand mixer. So it's going to be loud for a minute. And we're going to combine all these. And I start out on low because confectioner's sugar is really worse than flour about making a big old mess. You just want to make sure that your butter gets nice and distributed throughout, as well as the peanut butter. All right, and that dough is going to be nice and crumbly, okay? So don't fret if it looks a little dry. And you see I have some sugar over here on the side, so I'm going to just finish this off with my spatula and scrape down the sides of the pan to make sure that I get all that incorporated in really well. And then if I see any bits of butter that may be too much, I just take my spatula and just kind of press it out. So you're going to have kind of a crumbly dough, and that is just fine. So here is another little trick for you. You can do the same thing, just lightly spray your hands with the cooking spray. And then you want to just take these out and roll them into about 1-inch balls. And then your hands stay clean. You don't get a whole lot of peanut buttery stuff on them. So we're going to set these on a sheet pan that I've just fitted with parchment paper. And as soon as I get them all rolled up, we're going to let these guys hang out in the freezer for about 30 minutes, just until they get nice and frozen and firm. Now try to make them all about the same size, about 1 inch, and you can use a ice cream, a small ice cream scoop or a cookie scoop to do this as well. So we're just going to get these finished up. I'm going to drop them into the freezer for about 30 minutes, and then we'll be back to show you how to make them chocolate covered in a really easy way. So stay with us. Okay, everybody, we are back. We have finished about a 30-second chill time, and these things are nice and hard, semi-frozen. So what I have done, I have taken about a 1/2 cup to a cup of chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I like dark chocolate, so I did about 1/2 and 1/2 dark chocolate and milk chocolate. So, and I have just put them in and done them at 15 to 30-second intervals in the microwave. You want to make sure you stir each time. So we just simply take the peanut butter balls and drop them in that chocolate, and then I fish them out with a fork, tap them off real good to get all that excess chocolate off, and then I just slide them onto another parchment fitted with a sheet pan fitted with parchment. And you can do these as thick as you like or as thin as you like. So once we get them all dipped in the chocolate and tapped off real good, because your chocolate won't go very far if you don't remove that excess. I'm just going to be honest with you. And you need to do these pretty quick because that chocolate will set up pretty fast. Then we just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt right over the top while they are still a little wet with that chocolate so that they'll kind of stick. And we get these done pretty quickly. Get them out on our sheet pan, and then we just allow that chocolate to set up. Doesn't take long, and if you need them a little faster, you can always pop them right back in the freezer. Wow, I just dropped that right on my board. So again, this is why this is the messy kitchen. So I'm gonna have a big mess to clean up here in just a little bit. But this is a messy job, but you'll just have to trust me. It's so worth it. So worth it. So worth it, because these things are fabulous. All right, so I'm just gonna get the rest of these dressed up. We're gonna allow that chocolate to set up on these guys, and then we'll come back and we will show you the hardened, finished product. So y'all stay with us. You don't want to miss it. Okay, everybody, we are back. We have finished letting these set up. Now, it's a little warm in my kitchen, so I did pop them in the fridge for just a few minutes to allow them to set up. And y'all, they have set up very nicely. That peanut butter ball has actually come to room temperature, and they are beautiful. I mean, let me take a bite so you can see the inside. Look at that consistency. And that chocolate is nice and snappy on the outside. This peanut butter ball, so good. Creamy and sweet, really with just a hint of peanut butter. We put in confectioner's sugar to sweeten it up, so it gives it a different taste and a different texture. It's not oily like peanut butter would be. So your confectioner's sugar actually acts as like a binder, like flour, but with much better taste. That sea salt on the top, can I just tell you, that little bit of salty with the sweet kind of balances things out, and they're fantastic. I challenge you to find somebody who would not love these. So we hope that you will make this recipe and love it as much as we do. As usual, it can be found over at thebutteredhome.com. Like all of our recipes, it's free and printable. So head on over there and get that. Soon you'll want to make these for your holiday gift giving as well. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you're following us on all of our social channels. We have a really good time and we want you to be a part of that with us as well. And if you want all of our videos in one convenient place, make sure that you're following us over at YouTube and that you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Whew, I've got to go and package these up in a nice little gift giving tin because they're not staying in my house. Just the one. But shh, don't tell Danny, he'll be mad. As usual, y'all have a great week and join us here next week for another wonderful recipe. And from the buttered home to your home, we love y'all. Bye.